Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Today's question is sum of left leaves. So the question says that we are given a binary tree and we need to find the sum of the left leaves. Leaves are the nodes which do not have any child. So in this example, we have leaves 9, 15 and 7, out of which 9 and 15 are the left leaves. So the answer should be sum 24. And this is what we have to return. So let's take a look at the explanation and then we will see the code. For this question, recursion can be used to easily calculate the answer. If you're not familiar with recursion or how it works, please check out the videos in the description below. They can be really helpful to better understand how this question works. So let's take an example. I have this tree in which the left leaf nodes are 2, 10 and 7 and we need to calculate the sum of these nodes. So how can we do that? Using recursion, we will go depth first into the tree and calculate the sum. In the function that is given to us in the question, we are going to create another function dfs, which is a helper function, and dfs will go depth first into the tree and calculate the sum of the left leaf nodes. The first thing that we need in a recursion is a base case. And in our question, the base case is if the root is none, it will return me 0. Now since we have the base case, let's see how the function works. We are going to create a function dfs in which we will pass the root. This dfs function will go to every node into the tree and check whether the node is left or not. Now it's going to check if the node has any child or not, and if it doesn't have the child, then it is going to return the answer, and then we have the sum. Let's see how that works. The first thing that is going to check if the tree has a root or not. It does have a root, which is 1. Then it's going to check for the children of 1, which are 3 and 4. Then it's going to check for the children of 3 and 4, which are 2, 8 and 7. Then it's going to check if 2, 8, 7 have any children or not. So 2 doesn't have any children, 8 have only 10 and 7 have only 5. So 2, 10 and 5 don't have any further children, and that's why they are the leaves. And these leaves are all left leaves. So we need to find the sum of these leaves, which is 17. Let's see how the recursion works. The first thing that we need to do is check the base case. In our case, the base case is that if the root is none, we are going to return 0. So we check the base case and we have a valid root, which is 1. The second thing that we do, move recursively towards the right and the left nodes. So we go to 3 and 4. And this goes on until we reach the leaf, which is 2. We reach 2. Since 2 doesn't have any child, it is none and it's going to return 2. From 3, we also reach 8, and from 8 to 10. 10 also doesn't have any child. So it's going to return 10. From 4, we're going to come to 7, and from 7 to 5. 5 doesn't have any child. So it's going to return 5. In our code, we are going to set some certain conditions, which are, we are going to see if a node is left or not, and if the node is a leaf or not. If both of these conditions are satisfied, then we have to add this to the sum, which is 17. So that's it for the explanation. Now let's move towards the code. On line number 12, I'm initializing a sum which is currently 0. Next, I'm going to initialize a function dfs in which I'm going to pass the root. On line number 15, I'm checking my base case that if the root is none, it is going to return 0. On line number 17, I'm checking the condition that my root should be left. And if it is left, then I'm going to make sure that it doesn't have any children. Root.left.left and root.left.right should be none. This means that my node doesn't have any child. And if it doesn't have any child, that means it's a leaf. After making sure that my node is left and it doesn't have any child, I'm going to add the value of that node into my sum. For example, we have this tree here. When I come to 9, it is a left node. And when I check for any children, it doesn't have any children. So I add this value to my sum. Next, I'm going to apply this dfs function on both of my root.left and root.right subtrees. In the case of 20, I'm going to come to its children, which is 15 and 7, and for 15, I'm going to check for its children, and it doesn't have any children. So I'm going to add this to my sum. But when I come to 7, it's not the left node, it is the right node of 20. So I'm not going to add the value to my sum. At the end, I'm going to plus the values of 9 and 15, which is 24, and that is our answer. On line number 23, I'm simply returning the self.sum. So this is the code. Now let's test it. And my code got accepted. So this was the solution for this question. If this was helpful to you, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe.